Players who believe that Ravnica Remastered collector boxes are the better buy need to take a second look, because not everything is as it seems. In today's video, we are going to discuss decoy marketing as it pertains in this case to Magic the Gathering and the products we can look forward to in 2024. As with most things in today's world, not everything is as it seems. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me on the channel today. A reminder, by the way, that if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bells, new content every single day. We are talking not only about Ravnica Remastered, although I'm using that as the example today, but about Magic the Gathering products in general going into 2024. Now, this decoy marketing that we're going to talk about today, it happens across the board in all kinds of different venues and different areas of our, I guess, consumerism that we deal with nowadays. So I'm going to use the example of the popcorn method today, just to get it across to you guys. When you take a look now, and you see Ravnica Remastered draft box, okay? You look at that price, and you think, wow, it's pretty expensive for a draft box. Now you take a look at the collector box, which, yes, it costs more, and yes, you get less packs, but after we've seen all those box openings, and you listen to all the other content creators, including myself, show you guys how many Shocklands, serialized cards, and other cards of value are inside those boxes, the price doesn't seem that bad, especially when Wizards of the Coast has made note that a lot of those cards aren't available in the draft box. So it sure looks like they're a better deal to buy. They are more attractive to the actual buyer of the product. They say, if I'm going to be buying it, I'm here, I'm looking. Do I get the draft box or am I going to buy that collector box? Which one do you think you'd go for? Well, of course, most of us, given the choice, are going to take that collector box because, yes, it is overall a better looking product with a lot more perceived value inside the set. But let's share the first one here with you. I got a little slide for you. It says, what is the decoy effect? The decoy effect describes how, when we are choosing between two alternatives, the addition of a third, less attractive option, the decoy, can influence our perception of the two original choices. Decoys are asymmetrically dominated. They are completely inferior to one option, the target, but only partially inferior to the other, the competitor. For this reason, the decoy effect is sometimes called the asymmetric dominance effect. Now, before you all jump to the comments section saying that Ravnica Remastered doesn't have 3 boxes, there is no set booster box, but there is something they've thrown in there as the third option. The Clue Edition game. It is completely inferior because it's a game. It offers a Shockland, sure, if you buy it. The price is out of whack with what they're offering, which makes things like the draft box look kind of okay, but it sure makes that collector box look much more attractive than it normally would at the price point being offered. It makes it feel like it's a better buy. Now, if we look at the popcorn method, the popcorn pricing strategy here by Gold Medal says the decoy effect. You see the middle popcorn, and it's a $6. The small is $3, the 6 is the medium, but it's only $6.50 to get the large popcorn. Isn't that interesting? There's also the anchoring effect, the common human tendency to rely too heavily or anchor on one piece of information when making our decisions. We see a deal, we see something great, we see it as we want to see it. Again, another decoy method, a $3, a $6.50, and a $7. Now, the funny thing is, they knew, the companies are aware all along that you're not going to buy that medium, which is why they make less medium buckets. You're either going to take the small or you're going to take the large, but if you're already leaning towards something, you're going to take the large popcorn, or in this case, the collector box with the larger price because it has the most to offer for relatively a small additional amount of money. But let's face it, it's still a lot more money than we used to spend on Magic the Gathering cards. The decoy effect, as with many areas of marketing, is in full effect with Wizards of the Coast in how they present their products to us, the consumer. How we view them is through that ruby lens of what we hear, see, and get our opinion pieces from. I'm not saying it's not going to be a great value for those people who choose to buy it, by the way. I will leave that opinion up to each of you. I am merely presenting the information of how a decoy effect works in the real world, and you can apply it any way you see fit. When you look at a Magic the Gathering product this year, and in case you want to go back a little bit, what did they just discontinue? Jumpstart boosters. The third inferior option. This is just another way of presenting it. So don't be surprised if this whole year of 2024 we get some kind of ancillary inferior product of some type attached to a board game or some miscellaneous Magic the Gathering item that comes out as an adjoiner, a placeholder item that gives the third option or the illusion of a third option for these products. Because Wizards knows this marketing does work en masse, and there will be intelligent consumers who won't fall for it. They will base things on their individual opinion, but more often than not, even I buy the Lodge popcorn. I go in there, I look at it, I say, it's still a better deal. And that's where a lot of people end up falling on their swords and buying it anyway. And yes, there'll be naysayers who say they're going to stay away from Magic the Gathering products entirely. Totally understood. I am merely presenting this as information for people to consume so they can better understand their buying habits and tendencies. There are a lot of YouTube content creators out there who are saying, look at all this crazy stuff inside the collector box, and I have to agree. It was great opening them. There's a real thrill and excitement, and there's a lot of stuff. It made me smile. It's making me smile now. I missed that Cyclonic Rift. I can't live that down now. My thumb was in the wrong place. Thank you everyone for pointing it out. But going back to a serious part of this, which is the decoy effect, Wizards isn't going to give up on the idea that they are going to give you slanted options. So when you look at this, the median choice, do you think it costs them any more or any less to print this box? Maybe a little bit more shipping material. Maybe it weighs a smidgen more, but on the scale that they're doing it at, do you think they ordered as many of these as they did collector boxes, knowing that people would be buying these collector boxes? When you start going down that rabbit hole and thinking about what they know about marketing compared to what you know at home, or even this little tiny video you're watching now to educate yourself, when you look at this and you realize how far ahead of the curve they are, you'll almost want to curl up in a ball and feel like you're defeated before you begin, but you're not. Educating yourself and learning your buying and spending habits is important. Not only in Magic the Gathering, but in real life. They do this stuff at grocery stores. They do this everywhere. And now, hopefully you've learned something. You can look at this and say, yeah, now that I think about it. Because that's exactly what has been planned. So this will not be on glut like people think. There'll still be a lot printed, of course. But there won't be as many around as, say, comparatively speaking to last year's remastered products. They knew going in that they had to lighten the load. They put in the third option, the decoy effect. That clue game will not cost them that much. They know they actually are going to sell some copies of it, even though it's inferior to the other Magic products. But they also realize that people will even be more slanted toward the collector boxes and will consume those more, which is why they're selling so well right now and why we're having such a good time opening them. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this little informative video. Thanks for chilling out with me today on the channel. A reminder that I have new videos every single day. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments in the comments section. And of course, to my patrons and YouTube membership members who support this channel, thanks again for being there every single day. I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for another video. To all you amazing patrons out there, thanks again for supporting this channel each and every day. Because of the patrons and YouTube membership members, these videos are made possible every single day of the week. So thanks again for that support. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble. Now, I have a few things to say here. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it in this case because I was annoyed. I was watching other content creators, just seeing some of the box opening videos, getting some data, some information. And people were talking about how amazing the boxes are and all the amazing Shocklands. And yeah, the values are out of whack right now, but they'll settle down. Maybe they'll be $5-10 a Shockland. There was a whole bunch of info out there among multiple content creators, okay? And they were saying about how, this product really offers a lot. I kept hearing it, a lot. I said, well, yeah, because they didn't put all the stuff inside the draft box, and the other box looks horrible. Because it's a board game style thing with some decks in it. Of course they look inferior, so everyone thinks this is amazing, which is why they're buying it, because it has the most good stuff. And I realized that is the Decoy effect. I see it all the time in popcorn. I've seen this stuff in marketing for years. And I just said, you know what? We got to cover this. Because if I'm annoyed, other people might be annoyed, but worse, they may not be aware. Understanding your buying and spending habits is so important. We can all indulge and have a good time, but people can get carried away when they think there is something inside, whatever they're trying to get into, that's really not there. It could be a fancy car. It could be luxury vacations you're being told by the TV to take. Oh, you deserve a vacation. Take a vacation. In 1956, the average vacations for a family was 2 in your lifetime. By 1964, it was 4. By 1991, it is 26 vacations in your lifetime. Think about all that money that would have been saved. Now, I'm not saying you don't deserve that vacation, but somewhere the habits got changed. The messaging got through. And those industries took off. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, thanks a lot for hanging out, guys. Thanks for being here on the channel. I have a different coffee cup because I came from work. This is my work one, and I'm enjoying it. So we're all good, and I hope you enjoyed the bonus video. And guess what? There might be another one. I know. I had a lot in my head today, and it really just kind of all came out. It was great. See you guys soon.